Hey guys, this is your favorite neighborhood gambler, Moss Money. Thanks for clicking on my video. If you're into gambling, if you're into winning money at gambling, hell, if you love talking Eagles, this is the channel and the videos for you. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and enjoy the shows. So you talked about him, right? A little picture of Zach Bone. We're talking about this defense. Eagles this postseason, 8 takeaways, no giveaways in the last 3 games. Eagles peaking at the right time. And let's talk about linebackers versus running backs, right? Right now, Saquon Barkley on a mission to have maybe and probably, not maybe, will have the best single season um see will have the best single season for a running back ever. Period. He's going to break Terrell Davis's all-time record. He would have broke the single season record if he had played the last game against the Giants. So kudos to him. Actually, no, not kudos to him. Kudos to Nick Sirianni doing the right thing and having Saquon sick. Who knows what would have happened in that Giants game? Not saying that he would have got hurt, but who knows what would have happened and if this run where he might have fresh legs coming down the end where we had the NFC Championship and he kind of ran wild. So, with that being said, let's talk about linebackers versus our running backs here. Right now, Chiefs. It looks like Hunt is really the go-to. Pacheco coming back from that injury hasn't looked the same. I don't know if it's a scheme thing, just a timing thing. He definitely had a good game against us in the last Super Bowl. Was Hunt part of that team then?
No,
No, he wasn't. Right?
he was around then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Pacheco had 15 carries, 76 yards in a touch. But I mean, he had some big gapping, holes to run through. I think I saw some breakdown. I think Belichick did some breakdown of some zone schemes that the Chiefs ran to create confusion where there was this big, 20, 30-yard rushes that Pacheco had in that defense. I think in a 24-yard run or whatever it was.
And that's what he is to that offense. Pacheco is their zone runner. They lacked that a lot during the beginning of the year because they don't have a running game that is defined. The Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles are exact opposites, where it all goes back to quarterback. But from the running back position, the Kansas City Chiefs, like I said, Pacheco is going to be their zone guy. Kareem Hunt's their first down back, short yardage guy, and Samaje Perine is going to be their third down pass catching back. You could not ask for a more defined Andy Reid running back room. I mean, this is like 2003, 2004. You know what I mean? Like that is such a perfect RB by committee. I mean, we don't need a top running back. I'm going to have this guy, that guy, this guy. I'm going to draft them all in the 6th and 7th round. And you're going to love them because they're going to be great when we need them to be great. That's the way they'd approach. Eagles, they were built on that through and through. But what happened in the last Super Bowl, Nate? You brought up Pacheco's stats. What were the Eagles' rushing stats in that game? Because it wasn't
terrible.
It wasn't pretty. Can we read those off?
Yeah, they had to go to Kenny, right? Kenny had 7 carries, 21 yards. Miles was nothing. I think he fumble twice or once? Just once, right?
Don't.
What was questionable, right? They were in the catch fumble.
I can't remember. I can't remember that play. I just do know that the game started off with a handoff to Miles Sanders, and then they passed the ball 6 times after that. That's not going to happen again.
Yeah. So
Jalen Hurts led the team rushing.
Yes, Jalen led with 70 yards, 15 carries, but Kenny had 7, Miles had 7, and Boston Scott had 3. They really just couldn't find any room from a rushing standpoint to make things work there. So
what changed? Number 26.
Yes,
except
sir.
he went to Penn State. Wait a minute, they're the same guy. No, they're not. Because Saquon Barkley is a freak of all freaks.
Yes,
that changes the aspect. The Eagles are 100% a run-first football team. They are a Saquon Barkley first football team, and they don't give a shit whether you know it or not because they have the best offensive line in football, and they're going to ask you to stop it. You still have to respect Jalen Hurts as a runner. You have to respect A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith in the quick RPO pass game. It is just different. They're just different. The Chiefs are built like an old-school Eagles team. This Eagles team is like nothing I've ever seen before I mean, ever. It's all defense and running the football with great receivers. It's almost like the classic Cowboys and Niners. You know what I mean? I mean, it's unreal what they have. Talking about linebacker, just giving a little bit of a nod to the guy from Wisconsin in that snow picture, at the link. He is he just, every time he talks, he just seems so dumbfounded to be where he's at, to have the success that he's had. Like, he's just so happy to be there, just enjoying the moment. And now he's on the verge of the biggest offseason of his life, right after the biggest game of his life. Because Zach Bond, the NFC, or the up for NFL Defensive Player of the Year, has a chance to put his stamp on it. And he's done it in every single game in the playoffs. I mean, the peanut punch has been executed almost perfectly by this defense this year. And it all starts with Zach Bond. Nakobe Dean was the vocal leader. Oren Burks has done a fantastic job.
He's been linebacker. He's like low key. He's been great the last games. Like that first game when he got put in.
He's supposed to be, man.
Yeah.
Like I told you when I called him out, because Oren Burks was my sleeper player for the defense. Who did we need to just show up? He did his job. And when
he showed up twice,
he allows Zach Bond to play free. And when Bond can play free, he does special things. Nakobe Dean just did it at a flashier level, because I think Nakobe's better in the run game. I just think he commits to the whole.
His fits are better.
Yeah, Nakobe's a crash out when it comes to the run game. I mean, he really is. He rocks some people.
Desert Fox, what's up, bro?
But it really is, man. I just think that, what Bond brings to the table for this team is something that we haven't seen in 20-something years. And I don't know if we've seen a running back ever as good as Saquon. I can say he's probably the best Eagles running back. We just talked about it, right?
The single best running back, ever season. And just to give you some numbers from playoffs, 66. Sorry, excuse me. I'm getting flustered just talking about Saquon. 66 carries, 442 rushing yards. 5 touchdowns and 8 runs of 15 yards, all in the NFC playoffs. Just on a fucking run. Fucking run.
You have an inside linebacker, and you have a running back that is driving this machine. I mean, it's unreal. I think this is I hand it at him. Let me just touch on it. Bolton, Tranquil, Chenal, they're a killer trio. Chenal is a step down Sam linebacker. A lot what Bond does in special situations. Chenal is a pass rusher mainly, but he's a good backer. Bolton is one of the most underrated off-ball linebackers in the NFL. I truly believe that. I think Nick Bolton is special. He's really good. Willie Gay was there before. I thought he was really good, but he ended up having some serious injury issues that had to get straightened out towards the end, and I just don't think they were good for him. Kind of similar to how Jalen Smith was, Cowboys linebacker, just the body kind of gave out, athletic kind of guy. I'm going to give the edge to the Eagles here, and I give it solely on linebacker with the height of what Zach Bond has done. And I'm just going to throw Nakobe Dean's season in there, because I want that to be respected as well. His stat line was really good. Oren Burks stepping up. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. making plays. It's come from every single guy.
Let's hold on Jeremiah, right? Jeremiah gave up that fake punt. That fake punt. He gave up the fake punt. That was him. That was him. It was his man. Fake punt.
Right. He's recovered 2 fumbles so far. So, I mean, somebody's got to hop on
it. Yeah. Desert Storm, the defense is solid. I'm not worried about defense at all. Hurts has to make throws, because if he doesn't, they're stacking the box.
I love this stacking the box to stop Saquon. Who has done that? Everybody's tried. Like, people
they tried it.
They haven't stacked the box.
They can't.
No one's done it. No one's wanted to put they're scared of Jalen Hurts throwing it deep.
So I would love for them to stack the box, because that means it's 1-on-1 outside. Pick your poison, right? And they will pick Saquon. They want to stop Saquon, because that's what makes us go. If Jalen Hurts beats you, then you just take that. But we've seen the last time Jalen Hurts has been in the big lights in the Super Bowl against Spags and his defense, and he lit his ass up.
He seems a little less tight this go around. It seems a little looser. Like he's got that kind of Bama swag. Like we're supposed to be here. Like this is what it's all about. We're supposed to be in the Super Bowl. So,
and they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they absolutely are. So, I mean, I think everything is, said. And like he said, what the boy asked him, what about the last game did you take away? What did he do? He looked this list.
Next question.
Next question. I motherfucker swear he's smooth, boy. I motherfucker swear he's smooth
criminal, bro.
with that Kango hat.
Oh,
he wears.
I know.
With that Kango hat he wears. But so linebackers, we're going Eagles, right? We're going Eagles.
I'm gonna give this a total win to the Eagles. And
yeah, I think you're right. Running backs is not even. Let's go again. Birds all day, man. Total win.
I want to state something though, just to be clear, that both sides to this argument are correct, because running back by committees in the Super Bowl, and they've been to 7 straight AFC championships and are going for a three-peat. They have not had a number one running back, but a number one running back just completely changed a team that was spiraling down a toilet because they didn't have an identity, and they found an identity through a running back who now has them in the Super Bowl, and we wouldn't be anywhere without him. So I just think it's funny that old school thinking.
Let me ask you this. How do you feel about the naysayers that said, oh, the Chiefs just saw that in CMC and Christian McCaffrey? Because CMC did the same thing for the Niners, pretty much.
He didn't run for 2,000 yards.
He ran for almost 1,800, 1,900.
That's cute. It ain't 2,000.
It's close.
1,499 is not 1,500. It's just
it's close.
999 is not 1,000. It's not. It's 100 yards in an NFL football game is a lot.
Not nowadays.
Is a lot.
I'm not sure nowadays.
See,
I would say CMC had the same impact on that team, but I would say Barkley's impact is just more.
I think Barkley is a more,
but it's very close. It's like 1A, 1B.
I think McCaffrey, and people are going to hate that I say this, but I think McCaffrey's a more talented football player. But I think Barkley has more intangibles, and I think that Barkley just wants this more than most people do.
I mean, they all want this shit.
He doesn't know what it feels like to lose a Super Bowl. He knows what it feels like to be on a losing NFL team for multiple years. It's a different kind of hungry, man. I mean, that original reason was
CMC was stuck in Carolina for a long time, bro. It's not like he was winning anything in Carolina.
Dude. God, it's gonna sound so bad, dude. I'm not talking shit about Christian McCaffrey. I'm just telling you they're not
all I'm saying, it was it's very similar stories, very similar paths.